Hey everyone, hope you're well. Rozenstruik versus Almeida. I, I've overplayed that right. If you hate the way I say names, you're probably gonna hate this episode because I'm just gonna say it now. If I pronounce anybody's names wrong, please let me know. Because obviously I want to try and pronounce them the best way that I can do. So, so when I look at the card, I think it was a decent card. Like I'm not saying it was fight card of the year or anything like that. But it was just a decent card. So on the prelims battle, Brian Battle made his debut and he got a really good knockout. So congratulations to Battle, and Brown got a really good knockout. So congratulations to him. And it, we started off the main card with Morano getting a good guillotine win over Memes. I think I've said that right. So yeah, really good win for Moreno. No, sorry, it's Morano. Sorry, it's Morano. Apologies. And then we had Oberg getting the win with a lovely left hook. I genuinely can't say the opponent's name. I can't even attempt it. The word didn't fit out my mouth. I feel like a right idiot today, to be honest. It, a slight little rant. It really annoyed me when people don't when I see other people coming up with weird little nicknames, and I tried to say the names properly, or it really annoyed me. But that's another story for another day. For another day. Oberg got a really good win, and he stopped the fight himself before the referee did. So so, so that so good for him. And then we had Gary, and then we had Ian Gary versus Rodriguez. I think it, I think it's pronounced again. If it isn't, let me know. Um, uh, uh, Gary's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure whether he's elite level. Like as I say, he's a very good fighter. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he's elite of the elite yet. He's only 25 years old, so obviously got time to improve. And in a couple of years, maybe will be the next big superstar to come from Ireland. I've, I've seen people calling him the McGregor clone. I don't. I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I really wouldn't. I don't get McGregor vibes, to be honest. Like, yes, does he talk a lot? Yes. Does he get knockouts and TKOs? Yes. But I think it's a bit lazy to compare to McGregor, to be honest. So, let me know what you think about Ian, Ian, Ian Gary, and do you think he can be and do you think he can be the next big superstar in the UFC? And then we had Walker versus Smith. I I thought I thought Walker I thought Walker was really good. He destroyed Smith's leg. I I respect Anthony Smith, obviously, but you would think for somebody that's supposed to be an analyst, he would check he would check the leg kicks. literally Walker was kicking his leg to crap, and Anthony Smith just let him do it. I know, obviously I know it can't be easy in that moment to think rationally. But if somebody kicking you in the leg, surely you would do something to try and stop it. Like, I don't know, maybe check the leg kicks. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. I thought Walker was the right decision. I think at best you give the first round to Smith, and then you give the other two to Walker. But I'm not. I'd love to go back and rewatch it. To be honest, I think that might be. I think that might be being a bit generous to give the first round to Smith, but the other two rounds you have to give to Walker, in my opinion. Maybe I'm being a bit biased. Who knows? But I really do like Walker. I think, let's be honest, the light heavyweight division's not great, is it, on paper? So maybe Walker can be a challenger for Hill, because, because uh, unless unless Pereira comes up, I don't see any major challenges for Hill. Like, when I mean, let me be clear. What I mean is, I don't see many challengers challengers that interest me, to be honest, as a fan. So I wouldn't mind seeing Walker versus Hill. But as I say, only Pereira don't come up. But I think he will come up eventually. So there we go. And then we had the main event, Rozenstruik versus Almeida. It really pisses me off when in 2022 people don't work on their ground game. Like, obviously Rozenstruik is a great striker. No, no pun intended. Obviously, actually, pun intended. He's a great striker. Hang on, calm down. He's not a great. He's a good striker for UFC standard, I would say, in terms of heavyweight. Because obviously, in the heavyweight division, it's not really about technique. Obviously, there is some technique, but in the heavyweight division, it's more about power. When it comes to striking, as I say, there is some technique, obviously, but it, like, in the lighter divisions, it's more about it's more about volume, isn't it? And in the heavyweight division, it's more about just power, and that's why Rozenstruik it's so highly rated in the UFC. But in terms of his overall performance, I what I'm going to say is, I think Rozenstruik has become so one dimensional. I say become. He's always been one dimensional. Like, obviously we all love the knockouts and that, but eventually you just have to evolve your game. And in 2023, you, you can't just be a striker, because eventually, as we saw tonight, somebody can take you down, and then you're gonna be finished. And as I said, I love Rozenstruik, but he need to evolve his style to include grappling and just takedown defense. To be fair to him, he stopped the first takedown, but literally 2 seconds later, Almeida had him on the ground anyway. and then when he was on the ground, you could tell, you could tell, you could tell he didn't really know what to do when he was on the ground. I'm talking about Rozenstruik, by the way. You could tell Rozenstruik did not know what to do on the ground, and then once Almeida got into mount, that was it. And then and then he got and then Rozenstruik gave up his back, and then obviously rear naked choke. A lot of a lot of people have said Almeida's the one to beat John Jones. I don't know. I would like to see him up against somebody that gonna stop the takedown. But to be honest, there's not many heavyweights with good takedown defense. To be honest, like some of them are okay, like Pavlovich, as we saw in his last fight. But even then, Blades didn't really take him down a lot. He tried it once. So, so I think in terms of wrestling, I think Almeida might be the best chance to beat John Jones. Obviously, let me say, I love Tom Aspinall, obviously, but obviously Tom Aspinall's only just starting to come back. So we're gonna have to wait and see what he's like. But in terms, I mean, if you're talking about heavyweights that are ready right now, Almeida's probably the best challenger in terms of competitiveness. As I say, I do think eventually Tom Aspinall will be the one to beat John Jones. Bobby Almeida's got a interesting chance. If I'm being honest, I think Jones would have too much for Almeida on the feet. I know Almeida can strike, but I just think Jones would have too much for Almeida on the feet. And I think, and obviously we know Jones can stop takedowns. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just bullshitting. So let me know what you think of this card, and I apologise for the lackluster review. As I say, I've been really trying to pronounce these names properly, and to be honest, on the undercard, I I didn't really have much to say, to be honest. So 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 there you go. So let me know what you think, and thank you for thank you for the support, and a bit, and let me know what you thought of this card, and have a good day. See you later.